Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a great day. Today I'm going to cover exactly what happened with the top 7 list from the earlier video. I'm also going to give you some new picks, and I have a lot of picks that aren't OTCs, so hopefully that excites you. But we have some really good stocks to choose from, and there's some really great things kind of going on in the market. The market was very stable today. Had a really good day trading. I hope that you did also. If you were following the top 7 exactly, then you would have had a 2.42% gain. That is if you were in each and every stock evenly, every single one. Personally, I had a 3.2% gain, had a very good day, had some things really work out for me. Apple and a few others. I did a day trade on Apple that was really fantastic. Month to date, if you are following this list is up 7.34% so far this month. So it was much higher. We had a rough day yesterday, but today it bounced back quite well. And so I think that we still got some time, should do really well through the end of the month. Year to date, I am personally at a 20.16% gain. You might ask, well, why are you higher than what the list is? Well, I don't have the same stocks. I have a lot of stocks that are covered and are standard in premium groups, some different call option strategies that are extremely effective, some other strategies that are really, really good. It's not just the insider swing play, which the insider swing play is fantastic. It is my bread and butter, but there's other things out there. I like to use Webull for my trading, and I talk about this in every video. You can trade as early as 3 a.m. Central Time and as late as 7 p.m. Central at night. I love the flexibility of the hours. I love how orders fill. I like the services as a whole, and I use Webull as a broker, and I'm very happy with it. If you are looking for free stocks, we have a deal in the description down below. You can get a link that once you sign up and deposit money, where you get free stocks. So there's some really good stuff going on. So I got some sales to report from the top 7. I had 4 stocks that I parted ways with. Here we go. The first one was MRSN, sold for a 13.7% gain. That was a terrific insider swing. That was a really good trade. Over 5 days to make 13.7% is very, very good. Also sold NGTF for even. This one just never did perform. This was an OTC, and this was tough to get out of, man. It took me almost all day to get out of this thing. Just kind of slowly selling a few shares, and I averaged even on it getting out of it, so that was good. I sold Surge for a 25% gain. So very good stock over 5 days. That one really performed great. And then I sold DVCR for a 6.6% loss. I just wasn't able to get out of that. Had a good price. That one just kind of dipped there at the end. Got rid of some of those OTCs, definitely. So to anyone viewing, if you don't know this already, I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. The market is manipulated, and most stocks are manipulated very, very carefully by fund managers. And there's a certain time of day, Eastern, that is really, really treacherous, and that is between 11 a.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. Eastern. You saw it like clockwork happen today. That is the time frame when the big boys have their lackeys, let's just say, sell stock and trying to trip stop loss orders. It's something that happens. They're trying to get you to stop out or stop out the market so they can pick up cheaper shares. It's something to be aware of. And one thing I really, really like about insiders is that it's harder to manipulate. And the reason is because when an insider buys an insider stock, they have to report it to the SEC or they risk going to jail. I mean, there's all kinds of people that trade illegally, illegal insider activity. That is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the legal reported insider activity that we trade off of. And one thing that's really nice about insider activity is we know that the officer bought or sold, how much they sold the stock for, and how many shares they sold. And I know it's a couple days later, but when that was reported, it really reacts. And insiders have been hot, and they've been hot for years. This play has worked for me over and over and over again. It's just really terrific. Just about in every market, it's good. There are a couple markets where it didn't work. I would say March of 2020, insiders did not work. Nothing worked that particular month. Unless you were shorting stock and doing put options, you were losing money. Well, let's get to the top 7 and others. We have so many great stocks to cover. The others are OTC. So every single one of these others are OTC. I'm going to cover them really quickly. The first was ADMQ. On Wednesday, it was up 1.95%. My average in it is 8 cents a share. And since calling it out, it's up 7.52%. The next is PGTK. This finished down 14.74%. This one is not doing well for us. My average in it's $2.88, and I am 28.7% down in this since calling it out. So that one has not been good, but this one has been good. DXLG, and today it finished up 23.78% on Wednesday. My average in it is 38 cents a share, and since calling it out, it is up 30.56%. And then the last is YAYO. Today it finished up 34.68% on Wednesday. My average in it's $1.65, and since calling this out, it is up 21.21%, really moving nicely, and I think that one will continue to move. It was very bullish activity for sure. All right, now let's get to the top 7, and number 7, and this one could probably be number 1. I mean, I come up with this list, and I don't know if you figured it out yet, but I try to make numbers 1, 2, and 3 the most recent insider activity for you viewers. But this LNDC has had some really great insider activity. This is Landec, and on Wednesday this finished up 5.46%, did very well. My average in it is $10.75, and since calling this out, it is up 9.68%, doing very well. Nelson Obis bought shares, and Albert Bowles bought an open market, and that was yesterday. That's the CEO. So we've had new insider activity on this, and that's one of the reasons why it moved upwards so violently today. Analysts have an average target price of $15 a share. So there's some upside on this, and I think it can continue to move upwards. It's doing very well. Hopefully you got in on it early when I recommended it and called it out. All right, number 6 is REVG. This is Rev Group, and this is kind of new to the list, but man, is it doing great. On Wednesday, this finished up 4.56%. My average in it's $9.90. Since calling this out, it is up 13.54%. If you are wanting to get in early on these stocks, not be so late, this video only comes out once a day. The real trick is to be a member of our Patreon group, because we have Discords attached to it, and I put out notifications right away, and you can get a lot better price before it moves up. Now, these insiders have been so hot. It's been tough to get in some of these things. We've had to pay a premium definitely to get in some of them. I usually like to get in less than 2% above what it finished the day before. After insider activity, really haven't been able to do that here lately because there has been less insider activity, and so there's been a lot of investors fighting and getting into those stocks, and it's been difficult to get in. But if you want the earliest notification, check out that group. We have a link in the description down below. It is so worth it. With one great trade, you'll pay for months and months and months and months of the basic membership. If you do basic, standard is fantastic. The day trading in it is great. If you're looking at intraday trading, highly recommend it. Okay, Rev Group had 2 different officers buy an open market. The Chief of Human Resources and the CFO both bought shares. Very bullish activity. I expect it to continue to move up. Number 5 is VOLT. On Wednesday, this finished up 9.66%. My average in it is $2.72. Since calling this out, it is up 5.51%. 2 officers bought an open market. Very bullish. Analysts have an average target price of $5 a share. I think that Volt is going to do very well this week and possibly next. Number 4 is ARLO Technology, ARLO. This one is rather new to the list also. On Wednesday, this finished up 2.53%. My average in it is $7.92. Since calling this out, it is up 2.53%. Grady Summers has been buying up shares in open market at $8.42. That was enough for me to invest behind it. So very good. Analysts have an average target price of not much higher of $8.19. I don't really like the analyst targets on this. I think it's way undervalued. I still think there's a lot more to go. ARLO is on a breakout if you look at the chart, and I think it is going to continue to do very good. All right, number 3 is ADVM. This one is brand new to the list. This is Advercom Biotech, and on Wednesday this finished up 14.38%. My average in it is $12.46. Since calling this out, it is up 11.48%. So this one has really moved upwards so far. 2 directors bought open market, and analysts have an average target price of $25.22. So there's huge upside on this. I think this one might have news behind it. There could be some news released, and remember, the insider activity is always the news before the news. So I'm expecting this one to go upwards. Number 2 is Driven Brands, DRVN, and this is a new stock to the stock market. Insiders floated up when they had that dip after the initial public offering, and on Wednesday this finished up 3.04%. I think the officers feel it's extremely undervalued. Anyway, it's brand new to list. My average in it's $28.47. Since calling this out, it is up 3.62%. And the president of Platform Services purchased shares in open market. It was a very bullish transaction. No analysts have any coverage on the stock yet, but they purchased at $26.98. And so I think Driven Brands could really make a nice move upwards. It's performing extremely well in aftermarket. If you're looking to get in on one, I think this thing can go gangbusters. We'll see what happens. All right, number one is ZDGE. This is ZEDGE, and this insider activity came out today, and I reported on it right away. On Wednesday, it's up 5.05%. My average in it is 7.215. I know I'm getting down to decimal points, but I did multiple buys. I scaled in on this one quite a bit, and so I got kind of a weird average. Since calling this out, it is up 6.86%. And a director purchased shares today, CEO and president purchased shares in open market also. All the purchases were right around $7 a share, anywhere between $6.98 to $7.03. Analysts have an average target price of $8 a share, but there's obviously something up because we have multiple officers buying in open market, my favorite. I love that, and so I'm expecting a good move upwards. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you can please do me a favor, hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. I wish you all the best on the stock market. It is treacherous out there. You need to understand that it's manipulated out there. And these insiders give us clues to stocks that really have upward potential. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and Raythoven out.